It is after 8 p.m. here on a Sunday, and tomorrow evening they are calling for rain, and after that, cold weather, highs under 32 degrees. So there's gonna be a lot of freezing. So we got the next 22 hours to finish up some field work. So I'm heading out to the field to do a little moldboard plowing. This is what I got done last night in the dark. 75 to 80% of this field is complete. It's a Monday morning now, and I got the tractor warming up, as you may be able to hear. And I'll be back in the field, moldboard plowing this, finish this field up, and then we'll go back to chisel plowing that other field. We got it's about 7:30 now. Got 10 hours before the rain comes, and I think today's the last day. If you're gonna do any tillage, any fall field work, if you don't do it today, I don't think you're gonna get it done. And we're done plowing, finally. 7 acres took about 7 hours. A little ridiculous, but it's a 3-bottom plow and it takes time, and doing some of the finesse work takes time as well. It was a pain in the butt, but it's done, and I don't have to worry about any more plowing until spring. And there it is. I'm not gonna disc this one because this is gonna be a cornfield next year, and I wanna do the soil preparation, the disking, and the finishing right before planting to get a head start on the weeds. We got the chisel plow and the Ford with the duals fired up. We're gonna go finish the chisel plowing. There's maybe an acre or so left, probably not even that, just a little corner of it. We're gonna finish that up, and then we're gonna put the chisel plow away for the year. Halfway through of what I want to get disced up for this year. I want to do half of the cornfield, which is about 10 acres. The reason why I want to do that is next year, 10 acres of this cornfield, I want to plant into oats along with some either clover or alfalfa. And the other 10 acres, I'm actually going to replant into corn. So the field that I'm disking up right now will be the oats field. So if any of you guys know much about oats, you can plant that pretty early. So that's the plan, is to kind of get this worked up, get these corn stalks integrated maybe just a little bit better. But then it's just one less pass I have to do in the spring, and I can get these oats in the ground rather quickly. So maybe 3 acres to go, and honestly we might just be about done with field work for the 2024 season. It's been a long year, I'll tell you that. From spring to making hay to harvesting corn to now some of this fall tillage. I got blessed with late warm weather. I mean, it's past the middle of November, and our ground ain't frozen, and it's not even close, but over the next week it looks like that's changing. So it's allowed me to get a lot of things done that I otherwise wouldn't have, which has been nice. Well, it's 2 days later after plowing and chisel plowing, and if you thought I was lying about the weather, take a look.
It's a winter wonderland. We got about, I don't know, 2 inches maybe, 2 inches tops of snow on the ground. I expect most of it to be melted off here the next day or so, just because the ground is so warm and the temperatures will be reaching the upper 30s here in the next few days. But it appears that field work for the 2024 season is complete. Boy, that's nice. Let's give it a quick measurement. I am wanting this to be probably about 5 feet in depth. We're gotta be getting close. We're exactly 4 feet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this hand powered auger to go the next 12 inches. I think I might be getting into a little bit of rock. If that's the case, it might be the end of this hole. It feels, yeah, it's getting, but I got to be getting close to that 5 foot depth that I'm looking for. Whew. Let's take a quick measurement. Oh yeah, I'm right there. I think I'll do one more core out here. Should be enough. Let me explain a little bit of what I'm doing here. On the very end of our pole barn, you can see right here, that's all for the cows. But on the very end is actually historically a little bit of a spot that we use for storage. Well, this year what I'm doing is I'm making this a calf only spot. Right here, I'm gonna take probably the first board off for sure and then raise that second one up so only calves can get underneath it. And then currently what I'm doing is I'm putting in a nice hole for our big old 8x8, 10 foot long white oak. That's going in there. I bought a bunch of those earlier this spring and I have a few more along with quite a bit of others. Next year is the plan to replace this whole stretch. The whole stretch, put new white oak. I'll have to find some longer posts if I decide to do these longer posts over here. I'm using this right here. And quite honestly, it's a hell of a machine for a handheld. This motor and everything, the way it starts up and the way it runs reminds me a lot of like a steel. But this auger comes with a 6-inch bit as well as an 8-inch bit. I got the 8-inch right on there and it's making a hell of a hole. As long as you don't have many rocks, this digs. It goes pretty good if you have the strength to hold on to it. Sometimes I do think it might be better with 2 people. It is a heck of a machine. It doesn't ever quit from overloading. It'll go as long as you tell it to go or until it hits something extremely hard. I've been very impressed with these models. So if you haven't, check out their website. VOR.com. They have all kinds of stuff. This is just the first of what I hope to be many of these products on the farm. They're less expensive than you'll see like the Steels and the Husqvarnas, but it's every bit as good in quality. And like I said, I've been extremely impressed. But enough of that. Ooh, I got a bad back and I should not be doing this. It's 5 foot in the ground and 5 feet sticking out. Below the frost line. Sometimes the frost can reach that deep, but for this application, that's a pretty deep hole. We're gonna fill it in a little bit, and we're gonna pack it.